Y'all, I don't know what's going on, but I think my butcher is on that wacky tobacco. I asked him to cut me some steaks today, and this is what he brought me. What am I gonna do with this? Do you know? Hey YouTube, welcome to Griffin Grills. I am Griffin, and if you would, do me a favor and let me know. We're using a new camera today, so in the comments below, just let me know how the audio is, how the picture is. I'll know the gist of it when I start editing, but if it's something you would rather see, it might be a step up from what I was using before. And that's what it's all about, is making the content that you want to see. But the only way you're going to see that content is if you click that subscribe button down below and the bell notification. That way you get an alert every time that I upload a video. Today we've got something kind of special. We're doing cabbage steaks. Yes, you heard me right. It is a wedge of cabbage. We're going to cover it in olive oil, and I've got 4 different seasoning profiles that I think are going to work well with it. We won't know until we do it and try it, so that's going to be our plan for today. While you're here, like I said, go ahead and subscribe so you get all the alerts when I upload a video. And if you don't mind helping me out just a little bit, like I said, leave a comment, let me know how the audio is, let me know how the video quality is. You can also like it, and if you really like it, you'll share it with your friends. That way they get to see what you're seeing. So let's go ahead and point the camera down here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix this up so we can get it on our grill. So we've got our wedge of cabbage here, and just so our seasonings will stick, I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil on there. Rub it in real good. Maybe a little more. Give that thing a flip. Do the other side. And for our seasoning, we're going to keep it pretty basic. We got some salt, pepper, garlic. Flip it over, get the other side. And we'll get the back too, why not? A little extra seasoning never hurt nobody. Alright, so let's get that one wrapped up. For the next one, we're going to use Montreal Stake seasoning, which the closest thing I had to was Twisted Q's cracked pepper seasoning. It's a steak seasoning, so it should be very similar, looks very similar, smells very similar. So it's probably basically the same thing. But if you want to use Montreal just to make sure, feel free. And for the next one, we're using Old El Paso taco seasoning. So we got a salt, pepper, garlic flavored one. Now we're going to do a taco flavored one. There we go. And now to finish it out, we're going to use a little Italian seasoning. Ooh, might have went a little heavy on that. Alright, let's get them wrapped up and get them on the grill. And speaking of the grill, we are using our kettle today with the slow and sear insert. I've got a chimney of lit coals over here already, so we'll go ahead and just dump those in. And we are going to be doing an indirect cook today, so we want our fire all the way to one side. And this helps bank that up pretty good. Keep this side open for our meat, which in this case is going to be vegetables. We'll give that grill a second to come up to temp, and then we'll be putting our cabbage steaks on. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. Our grill's got nice and hot on the inside, so we're gonna go ahead and get these cabbage steaks on. And they're just gonna cook indirect in the foil for about 25 minutes. We're gonna start them with the wedges pointing toward that way. Eventually, we may end up turning them halfway. I'll let you know. And let's get the lid down and get it cooking. So here we are at the 15-minute mark. I'm just gonna give them a spin all the way around. So now the wedges are gonna be facing towards you, whereas they started away from you, just to make sure we get nice, even cooking. All right, we'll put this back down and let them go. So it has been about 25 minutes. Let's unwrap these little presents and see what we got. This one was our taco seasoning. Now, we are gonna cheat just a little bit. I've got some cojita cheese here. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that cojita. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. So it may have an unfair advantage. We'll just have to see how it shakes out. But it's not the only one with an advantage, because we do have an Italian one. With some Italian seasoning. And we're gonna hit that with a little grated Romano. You could use Parmesan too. This is just what I had on hand. And that is the conclusion to our cabbage steak video. I ended up preferring the Montreal Stake and the Italian seasoning. To me, those two had the best flavor. The salt, pepper, garlic one was okay. It was just a little bit on the weak side. Montreal Stake kicked it up a notch. Italian, it had a good bold flavor. Tasted like lasagna, my favorite kind of pasta. And the taco seasoning, cojita cheese one, all I really tasted was tomato. Now, my wife, on the other hand, she preferred the Montreal Stake and the taco seasoning and cojita cheese. So it really just depends on what you're in the mood for as to what might appeal to you at that point in time. I did notice, my own personal research, the Romano cheese that I used on the Italian, I put some of that on the Montreal Steak one and loved it. So it really just depends on what you use. Maybe I'm a little bit more partial to that Romano cheese. This is just what we found in the course of trying to figure this out and figure out which one would be the better flavored one. The best way for you to know would be for you to go ahead and try all of them and see which one that you prefer. You can also subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification. That way you get an update every time that I upload a video. It'll send you a notice so you can catch all this goodness that we're doing. If you don't mind helping me out, you can leave a comment, like let me know if this audio is good, let me know if the video quality is good. We're using a new camera, so I'm not 100% sure. I won't really know till I start editing it and post it up. So if you want to help me out, that's great. You can also like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way they get to experience all of the barbecue goodness that we get to experience. But that's about it for tonight, so we're gonna close this one out. Tell me which one you preferred, if you like the salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, the Montreal Italian, or the taco seasoning one. Let me know. I'm curious, and we will catch you on the next one.